to end all game.
I'm recording. Hello.
Excuse me? Excuse me.
Okay.
Squeezing.
Friends.
Hi.
Nerds.
That's also me.
Countrymen. That's also you. Shall we do an itty-bitty recap now? There is an order, as the legend goes, as to who does the recaps.
Who was it last time?
And remember the order.
I did it the time before, and then Emma did the last one, I think.
Yes.
George should be after Emma.
Cool. Georgia.
Coming. Oh Lord. Okay, let me try and remember what's going on. Lots has happened this week. So I will do my best to remember. So we start with, I think Bluey was still doing some training with Sarazer, and has ended up with a wicked cool sword, which has Sarazer's basically guiding hand inside of it, which is, but she's like, wah, wah, wah! And we've decided that she's now got a Dadazer and Sarazer as well. So that's really good. Then we go to the High Solarian with where Cass, Brian, and Sleia are, and Loran, obviously, because wherever Brian is, Loran is there also. And we cause havoc. We get very drunk in Corvius's office. He magics Shu into a lizard, so Brian, in retaliation, magics Corvius into a snail. And then tension and drama ensue, but we obviously luck out because we're so amazing. We managed to get out of the situation we created. Basically, Brian and Cass aren't doing well. Then you have Sleia has a very important chat with Jarrell, and Sleia is also not doing that well. Basically, existential crises around every corner. So in the conversation, Sleia talks about sacrificing herself to destroy the tome, which is obviously not good. And Jarrell says, "Have you told the party?" She's like, "No." So none of us know. So that's interesting. Then Brian and Cass are like, "Let's go have a party because life is shit and I don't want to feel like shit anymore. I want to be drunk and forget our worries." So we invite everyone to the High Solarian to go to the party. So it ends just as we're about to leave. Also, Shu ate courage. So she had to be disemboweled. I know that's not quite the right word, but I'm using it instead anyway. And yeah, so I think that's the majority of everything that happened. Basically, Brian and Cass causing chaos, Sleia realizing the chaos that's going to have to happen, and Bluey getting very sick with a sword.
Hell yeah. And now you guys are going to a party. Which is hecka cool. Thomas?
I'm ready to party.
Neff wasn't present for most of last session. In fact, it's interesting. Everybody, as you were kind of going about the motions of, preparing for the trials, you realised that Neff just wasn't with you. And it was one of those things in your mind, you're just assured that she is safe, but you know not where she is. Thomas, what was Neff doing last session?
I think if she wasn't present last session, if she was away from the rest of the group, then she would have had like a super sick, ultra cool, anime-esque, like, training montage.
Mm-hmm.
Punching trees, taking names.
Okay.
Push-ups.
So what we see is, okay, roll me a single d20 to determine how sick this anime montage.
It's a 19.
A 19.
That's
like a
big.
drum beat. We span across the skyline. We're on the sky pass suddenly. At the top of the mountain range, we see the backlit form of halfling Neff. She's in a superhero pose, like arms to the side. Her forearms are wrapped.
Oh wait, she's
From the
shorter than
side,
this.
suddenly, 3 insurgents come up to you. Wacky whack, 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 pow, 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 pow. You beat them all up. 3 others on the other side. Pow, 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 pow. One gets you almost, but you deflect. You're amazing now. You heal your broken nose. Having a one for now.
Oh, my broken nose.
Well, not anymore, because you're a good healer, and you remembered Sarah's advice about actually healing during battle. And then you realise, as you're coming down from your montage, you know, you're probably carrying like 2 pails of water over your shoulders, jogging down the mountain.
Jogging
Down the mountain when she comes, it's there. You do see at that point someone waving you down, probably a messenger telling you that Saraza and Bluey have gone to a shissel, and that they told you to join them at your earliest convenience because they knew that you were doing some training here and didn't want you to be left out. So, do you go to the shissel? Say yes.
No. Okay, no, I'm kidding. Of course I go.
Good, okay. So, zoom forwards. Ulster, Cass, you're not here. Ulster, you're sitting in Corvius's office. You've just finished your conversation with him.
He hasn't roasted us, has he?
He has.
He hasn't.
He wasn't planning on it.
Oh, we're just...
You were just there to do the potion stuff.
Oh, okay.
To make the rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to roast us.
Oh yeah.
No, you thought that. You
to
were
help.
incorrect. He summoned you there because you needed to roll some
Potions.
things to help Cass.
Bubble,
Trouble, toil and trouble. As you guys are dancing around this cauldron, holding hands with Corvius, Neff enters the room.
The final ingredient.
The final ingredient. Neff. Oh, Neff Kunradamanyazar, you finally joined us.
Is this a bad time?
No,
Hop into the cauldron,
we
my
actually
dear.
going to need your assistance. Anyway, no, your assistance is needed, Neff.
Okay.
There's a bubbling cauldron. It's large enough for you to fit in. Paper on the floor.
What's next?
What's Neff going to do?
Who else is here again? Cass as well.
Cass, Ulster, and Corvius. And Moran.
They're looking at you with like a glint in their eye. Please step into the cauldron, my dear.
Come on, Neff.
Need
What
of
you
your
gonna
body.
do? What is-
I will slowly approach the cauldron.
Corvius is like, no, you fiend! I meant to pick up the paper on the floor.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yes, of course.
Silly boy. He said.
Right.
Oh God.
I apologize.
Remember,
You know Neff's not...
everybody is boy.
Not a boy, but boy.
Boy. Perhaps I can use the spelling B-U-O-Y.
Buoyant.
You're buoyant.
I guess I'm a little bit. Yeah, yes. But I'm not a buoy.
You're not a bluey, no. It's true.
As I don't think so. I think I'm a halfling.
Oh, well, that would be accurate, yes. Anyway, not anymore, you see. She's likely been reincarnated into this form.
I was making a joke.
It's very funny, lad.
No, I've been told.
And you will be told again. The ram puts a comforting hand on your shoulder. I think you're very funny.
Corvius, I have this paper for you.
Thank you.
Here you go.
It's in the bin.
This is a bizarre ritual.
Final step.
Indeed. Corvius will stop dancing and will just say, well, I believe you all had a party to get to, so leave.
Are you not coming, Corvius?
No.
I thought you liked your drink.
Like a lawnmower starting up or something.
Yeah. I will get high off my own supply.
Everyone stares at Corvius.
Right on, Corvius. Let's hit it and quit it. Brian?
There are so many mixed messages.
Onto Shu. Cass is like, wants to be astride Shu and be like, to the party!
Okay.
Okay, it's
So you guys all gather together for the party. Everybody, when you see Bluey, you notice that she has something shiny and brand new strapped to her back.
Bluey went shopping.
Ooh. Cass wants to touch it. She's like, loot.
Can't just touch people's swords.
She bends down to facilitate the touching. Like,
Cass is like,
She wants-
can I like investigate it to see how expensive it is?
Sure, yeah.
How valuable? I might actually, yeah, I'm gonna investigate because I wouldn't necessarily know it's magical to start with. 24.
Is that Arcana or Investigation?
That was investigation because I don't think Cass would have realised it. I don't think she'd assume it's magic.
Yeah, I'm just considering it's rare, so it's probably worth 1,500 gold.
How much? 300.
1,500.
1,500.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Cass like looks to Bluey and is like, Cass looks to Bluey and is like, that is a real nice sword.
Yeah, well, it got a bit of an unexpected improvement. Asalius kind of dropped off. While I was trying to meditate, Valis was kind of in the courtyard running around and a bit distracting, and for some reason, just using that stage knife, just like in and out, that got me in the state. And then Asalius was there. Had a quick chat with him. Yeah.
What does it feel like to be God's favorite?
Yeah, your hatred is a lot nicer things than ours are.
It's true.
I've never spoken to him,
I don't think he wants to, really.
but he's my
He's-
God.
Don't call anyone daddy. Except ...
Cass
That was
smiles.
That wasn't also.
To be fair, I think he's a messenger of gods, and also he's not alive at the moment, so he's still having a tough time, and I think that'll be a few 100 years at least.
It was 1,000, he said.
1,000.
Also,
Sorry, I'm just getting word from my memory archives. It's 1,000 years.
Yeah. Yeah,
Spooky.
very spooky. Sarazo just kind of pats you on the back, Bluey, and says, I'm personally proud of what you've achieved. I would like a new sword, though, so I might quickly just divert down the shopping alleys of Hyssel. Can't find for myself. I'll join you at the party all later.
Sarah's is Louis' big.
I'm just concerned about the efficacy of my blade.
It's alright. Things go.
Are you making some kind of reference to my vitality or lifespan?
No. I think your grey hair looks.
I'm going to lean. I think your grey hair looks nice too, also.
It's not.
Uh-huh.
It's another shade. Entirely.
Good thing your family all stands. Love you.
Love you.
Well, Saraza just kind of nods to you all and sheepishly tucks his grey hair under his red, and walks towards the exit deeper into the city, looking for merchants and merchandise. Slia, can I just confirm that you're with everyone? Did you want to go to the party as well, or did you want to stay behind? Because if you wanted to stay behind, you could wave everybody off.
Yeah, Slia probably is going to slip away with Sarazer to.
Goodbye, Theo.
Saraza smiles at you and just says, grateful for the company. We don't often get to speak these days,
You're busy.
as are you. Is the microphone picking up enough? Should I?
It's struggling.
Cutting out on the
Yeah.
very low end. Yeah.
So are you both, from the sounds of it. Is that better?
Much.
Okay, cool, brilliant. All right, so we now have 2 groups, and that's it. With Salazar and Slayer and everybody else. Is that okay? All right.
Responsible adults and then irresponsible adults.
Yes. Right. So, Bluey, I just also mentioned that Neff is now with you, and you haven't seen her for you hadn't seen her since before you left the Feywild a couple of hours ago. She has appeared.
Hello.
Yeah.
Something tells me you had a cool training montage.
Oh, sorry, I left my cool training montage music playing in the background. I'll turn that off.
Neff removes the wall stripes from underneath her eyes.
Takes off the bandana.
We have a lot of character development off screen that we didn't see. Interesting.
Do you know that bones are teeth? And vice versa.
I've learned the ways of the teeth.
Did you know that Corvius has a tooth in his eye?
That sounds
Like snails.
It doesn't
very
like snails.
intense.
It does.
Is that
So
by
it was
choice?
Good fun, though.
Eye.
That would imply he has a gum in his eye.
Then maybe he has both.
Ooh.
Anything is possible, Stare. We fought a big purple worm once.
Blue's just like blinking furiously, like, oh.
We can inspect your eye if you would like, Bluey.
Don't want to think about this.
Okay.
Stare, don't try. We're too short.
Well,
for
yeah.
I can reach yours.
Right. Onward. I see that Cass is already astride Shoe. Where is Courage? And at that point, you just hear a little bzzz in the background. Bluey sparks. Courage reclaims the area around your neck and sort of just like loops around you like a scarf and just says, "Bluey sparks. Bluey sparks." It was so dark in the stomach.
I'm so sorry.
Protect me, please, Bluey Sparks, with your mighty powers.
Also clicks in front of Courage's face.
Yeah.
He's traumatized.
Look, I'll give him extra attention. Hold on a second. I just gotta.
Extra attention immediately leaves. So you guys all make your way down to the docks of Ashisel towards the mobile library area. Mobile library is an interesting word for it. It's one permanent structure and then multiple boats which all seem to bring in different tomes, and rather than it being like stacked onto shelves, just crates of books are being unloaded onto the docks and kept in this kind of really actually beautiful, ornate warehouse. And part of that warehouse has been converted into a party venue as, a kind of like, avant-garde, like new wave kind of style of, of venues. Like, imagine like a wedding in a barn situation, or a wedding in a warehouse. That's the kind of situation you find yourselves in at the moment.
Cool.
Now, you have been granted some access thanks to Corvius's interventions. He has called ahead and managed to at least give you guys passes to get in. But what you do once you enter the party is up to you. Finding the alcohol, for example, not making a scene. Don't forget that even though alcohol is served, it is not in abundance. It is a ceremonial thing, a celebratory thing. And when you go to this party, you see there are swathes of people. There are acrobats hanging from the ceiling doing cool tricks and flips. There are like close-up magicians doing like, sleight of hand tricks and like small like cantrips around the room. There's like a shadow artist who's like cutting like shadows out like of the guests.
Isn't Tanjiro and Bellis with us as well?
You just have like a plethora of things here for you to enjoy, should you wish. Alcohol has yet to be brought out.
Oh,
Let's see.
that's why we brought Cass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't worry. Cass like pats a bag. I got this.
Cass, what do you make for your friends?
No,
I think.
Oh my gosh, should you pull
I don't
one
know
from the
what.
Dungeon Meister book?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me hang on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have just a look at the.
Whilst Cass is thinking,
What about
you're
seduction
doing, everybody
rolls?
make a perception check, please.
Oh, 17.
That is a 19.
Okay.
I have a 25.
Okay, I don't actually have Valas's original stats here with me.
Do you want to roll some?
I think Cass is going to make everyone, and it's going to be kind of a joke because obviously Celia and Sarah aren't there. She's going to make never split the party punch.
Aww, tell us what's that.
And what's in it is 12 ounces of melon liqueur, 8 ounces of vanilla vodka, 4 ounces raspberry vodka, 3 ounces pineapple juice, 3 ounces soda water or sparkling wine, 12 fresh strawberries for slices for garnish. And it
Lovely.
looks like
Wow.
this.
That actually sounds amazing.
Yummy.
Oh my
So
god.
that's what Cass is making. I'm sorry, but look how good the natural 20 looks.
Oof.
Mm.
Anyway, that I'll switch up the drinks as I make them, but that's the first one. Is never split the party punch.
Okay, brilliant. So Cass just brings out these beautiful, like, kind of boat glasses of punch, and you guys all take a little sip. And as you do that thing where you kind of like sip your drink and you look around. Now, what did you roll on your perceptions, please?
19.
17.
Okay.
Oh,
25.
You got 25,
What's test was the worst?
17,
9
19. Slea's not there. Cass?
and 9.
A 9.
I got 9.
Okay, Cass is the worst. All of you notice a little bit of hubbub at the front of the party as 3 guards dash to the entrance, like pushing guests aside, like excuse me.
Oh.
You can only understand them if you speak Celestial, because they speak Celestial here.
I understand.
There you go. And they all sort of like gather around one area. As they do, slipping between, like just between their legs, you see a shadow dart across the floor.
Cass knows who this is, and she's very happy.
Okay. Right, what do? You see it dart right behind one of the close-up magicians.
He's having fun.
Yeah, Cass is just like, I'm just going to let him wreck shit. This sounds good.
Everyone hold on to your valuables.
Yeah.
Also holds on to the runs.
You have to close this thing. Okay. The room holds on to
Thank you.
Ulster. As if he was going to hold on to anything else. Okay, you
And
guys.
his gigantic second.
I was considering that. I didn't do it. You said it. Not me. Your words, not mine, but he does. Right, so you guys settle into this party, getting into the swing of things. Meanwhile, Slea. Oh,
I'm here. I just wanted to fix my chair. It creaks.
oh, it's all right. Okay, I'm going to sneeze.
Strawberries?
Thank you. Okay, Svea.
Bless you.
Sarasa starts just slowly marching down from the house area, and he waves off the rest of the party as you join him, and he smiles at you and he just says, "Oh, it's Leah. Of course, come with me." And you guys make your way down towards Heysel, the merchant streets, etc. As you walk, there is a sort of pleasant silence, but Sarasa occasionally is looking over at you and he just says, "You remind me of someone, you know."
Who?
Sarasa just looks down at his own chest and just says, "Well, someone stubborn. Maybe me."
Someone preferring a little bit more of the quiet than the rowdiness of the party.
That and other things, yes. Why did you come with me? Was it just for that reason?
Does there have to be another one?
You have to be in the moment, did you say?
I said, does there have to be another one?
No, I don't think so. But if there was another reason, I'd want you to share it with me. If it's important.
I just figured it would be easier for them to have their fun.
Without you there.
Since I'm not really feeling up for it.
Leah, you've changed, and I know we all have, but I feel like you've changed in such a way that you think you might not be around for very long.
Also, Sarazer would have also known.
Sorry?
The Slia had told both Sarazer and Cass because they had both been like, "We're not going to be, we're not going to let you just sacrifice yourself."
Yeah. Well, Sarah just says you've
Yeah.
changed in that I think you still think you're not going to be around for very long.
I keep looking for things, but the only answers that I think I've got are going to have to come out of that book that Elijah has. Books now, actually.
Journal and
The tome.
I understand. There's a ladybug here. There's a ladybird on the table. Sarasa says. It's a poisonous one because it's black and red. What? Yeah. Hee.
Yeah, poisonous bugs, yeah.
No, not in any way that counts, really. Anyway, Sarasa just says, Slia, I don't like thinking of a world. No! Ladybugs! You need to save ladybugs!
You said it's poisonous.
No, but you can't. But ladybugs, they die really easily.
It's fine.
Look.
It's fine, it's moving. Look at it, trundle. I was trying to get it to fly away. Well, we've just broken up.
No, not true. I'm trying to RP, a really important moment. No, you let it crawl onto your hand and then you take it outside and
Who said it was poison?
it's not that poison. You're from Australia. I'm sorry. It's Leah. I'm sorry. Sarah's a...
I'm being careful.
I know. Sarah's takes your hand, I think, and just squeezes it once. And he says, whatever happens, it's your choice, Leah. And I don't want anyone to ever take that from you. Just, if you can, if there's any way, don't leave us alone back here. Because I know what it's like to feel like you have to give up everything to save the world or for those you love. And I just don't want that for you. If there's any way to avoid it.
I keep looking and looking and looking, and I haven't found anything yet. And more than anything, I just want to be here.
At this point, Zaraza hugs you. If you allow it.
She allows it, and I think that's what she just starts crying. I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, don't apologize. And I think Zaraza just holds on to you and takes you to the side to, oh, hi, Dad. Takes you to the side of the road, out of the way of the thoroughfare. It's a little bit later in the day, so it's not so busy, but there's a little wall with some benches with a beautiful view of the sea. And he just sits you down and lets you lean on him as long as you need, as your tears fall. And you look up and you do see the sky above you. It's just glittering faintly. There's 2 stars that you always had your eye on ever so slightly. The ones that match the colouring on your freckles. Bright in the sky. You don't have to feel better anytime soon. Just take your time. Do what you need.
Did you ever meet him in your time in Kalkarn? Odyssey. I know that Lorella was familiar with him, as was Jera.
I was gone for a long time looking for Neff.
Of course.
But I don't think I ever did cross his path. If you want to speak to Jera, or if you want to speak to Lorella,
I've spoken to them already. You worked with Elijah before, didn't you?
and I knew him. Anyone who was prominent in the courts would have come across him. What do you want to know?
Was he always like this?
So you're always like this, never to this extreme. Not to my knowledge, albeit limited. But he did always strike me as a man with a thirst for knowledge beyond everything. Always asked a lot of those he worked with. Sorry. I suppose he would have asked a lot of his son as well. I didn't know Ender for very long, but can you speak for his magical abilities or anything like that? Was he good?
I mean, he was capable. And if Elijah... well, he did what he did. It must have been enough for him.
I suppose. I'm glad that didn't happen to Ulster. Or Valis.
My. Little comforts here and there. May I lean on you for a bit?
What did you say, sorry?
She said, may I lean on you for a bit?
Sarasa says you can lean on me all you like. You don't have to ask.
Slia would like to attempt to scry.
Okay, who are you scrying on?
She's going to do it in the proper order this time. She's going to try scrying on Elijah first.
Okay.
And then, if possible, she would like to try scrying on the lab.
Yeah.
Just depending on if it fails or whatnot.
Just gonna close that now. Okay. I'm just gonna figure out what the buff is gonna be. Okay. You've met the target?
Yep.
Do you have anything of Elijah's that you'd like to use?
Unfortunately, I believe that Ulster has the ring, so...
All right. Oh. Okay. Give me a second.
Mhm.
Okay, Slia. I need you to roll me a d20 and then add your wisdom save.
Okay. It's a 31 as a natural 20.
Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. It makes sense. Slia. Elijah rolled a natural 1. So your vision peels back away from a chisel, and there's the similar flashes you've seen before of land and sky and movement, and then you are in Eldrelith's watch in a prayer, thousands of miles from you now. And you blink, and you are looking at Elijah Asheen. You're looking at him as he stands illuminated by a light that falls from the ceiling. He is in his lab, and in his hands, you see he is holding a small leather-bound book, not large enough to be the tome. And he's just flipping it back and forth, looking through the pages hungrily, as if searching for something in there. And there's a moment in which this vision just kind of shocks you, and you feel like there's intended to be some kind of like barrier, but you manage to force through it with the strength of your will to see what's happening here. And Elijah, actually, angle this away. No, I trust you. I just want to check my notes. Elijah is flipping through this book, and you just hear him muttering, "What is missing? What's missing here?" And it's almost like he's trying to read something in there. And it's go on.
I was going to say, can I get a look at what's on the page?
Okay. I don't think you'll need to make a investigation check for this because he got a natural one. I think it's going to be like fairly easy. From here, you can see over his shoulder, and he just kind of flips through it again and again and again, and throws the book on the floor eventually, and just like puts his hands in his hair and just almost like rips out the tufts. He's just kind of like dragging his hands down his face, and his hand, might I say, down his face, because he only has one arm. Should have thought about that. Yeah. And you look on the floor, and the book has fallen open, well worn onto a page, where you see fragments of runes. They're quite large and unfamiliar to you, but they seem to be a fraction of an incantation, part of a spell.
Could I roll Arcana to see if I would get kind of an idea of what school of magic they belong to?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm sorry. That's a 29.
Okay.
Dice delivering today. They're working for that rent.
They are. Okay. It's hard to tell, but with the 29, it feels like necromancy.
Okay.
And I think at this point, Elijah, when you look back up to him properly, has taken a deep breath and calmed, and he turns around and he picks up the journal, gently closes it, and walks out of the lab towards his office, towards that bookshelf where you know the altercation between Elijah and Odyssey happened, because you can still see the scars of it on the floor. And he puts the book back into the shelf. And you see exactly where he puts it. And you also see, as it slots in, the glow of a rune or a glyph just kind of briefly flash over the bookshelf and just kind of like slowly illuminate just the edges of the room, before he walks out and closes the door behind him. And as he walks back to the lab, you just hear him muttering again. What is missing? What is missing from that book? And then he stops. And he kind of scratches the back of his neck. And he sharply turns around and looks directly at you. And then just wipes a hand across with like an angry look on his face. And there's a moment, it's hard to watch because you see that face and you don't see Elijah for a moment, you actually see Ender. And then you remember what's really going on here. And you're drawn back.
Did he dispel her scrying?
Something along those lines. Get out of here, ghost!
Sorry, my brain. Piss off, ghost.
Piss off, ghost. Ghosties. Piss off, ghosties. I can't do the New Zealand accent.
Accent? You can do a pretty good New Zealand accent.
But I'm trying to do an Australian one, whatever.
Try and do an Australian one and then you end up with a good New Zealand one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There we go.
I can do a really good Australian accent.
It's New Zealand.
Damn it, no. I guess we'll go to a country and everyone's going to move to New Zealand secretly.
Elijah gets ascending.
Oh.
Can't find what you're looking for.
Oh. Make me a wisdom save first.
Yep.
Be consistent.
That is a not as good as the last one. It's a 19 plus 11. 30?
30? Not as good. Not as good.
Pretty terrible, actually.
I think after that, you just hear a
Gay panic over trying to do math.
well. At least I have a glimpse of the full picture. You don't even have any of the pieces.
She doesn't send anything back.
That's off between a big bad and Slayer. Who's gonna win? Slayer. Slayer. My bet's on Slayer. Not this
Definitely Slayer.
man.
Slayer against Elijah. It's like no. That's not a contest.
No.
That's an ending.
Right. Should we take a quick break then? Yeah. All right, Slayer, on that note, I think it's only fair that we take a quick break, get some tea, get some water, and we'll see you back here at in 10 minutes. Okay.
Sounds good.
See you soon. We're coming
Oh.
back. Oh,
I'm
and
back.
Top.
I'll bring us back.
Okay. All right.
We're back.
Okay. So we pull away from the scene of Slia and Sarazar, and we return to the party on the docks of Eshisel. So the soiree is in full swing, and you have alcohol in hand.
Yeah.
Now, you do notice that the other guests have yet to move on to the drink. So
Someone's got to pioneer the movement.
someone has to pioneer the movement. Can you make me all... Well, actually, maybe let me know, how do you drink your drinks?
In one gulp.
I'd like to
One
think
gulp.
very, very delicately.
Delicately? Carefully?
Cass is like cheersing
Like a pelican.
the couple. Yeah, Cass is not being subtle. She's like, woohoo, congrats, guys! I doubt it.
Okay. Right. As you do so, the three guards who are focusing on the distraction at the front door immediately turn around and start making their way towards you.
He starts away.
Yeah. Start spinning away like la la la.
La, 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 la. Okay. We're in a chase, so please roll me, everyone, a little bit of initiative.
Oh.
That was mine.
That would be 4.
11.
Okay.
15.
25 to 20. Loren. 20 to 15. Okay, Cass.
15.
Loren. 15 to 10.
11.
Oh, Anna, what did you get?
15. Sorry.
15?
What's your dex, Bluey?
+2.
Okay, Loren will go
so
first.
Bluey's ahead of Cass.
Wait. No, Cass, you got 19.
No, I got 15.
Okay, so the order is, hang on, let me completely change.
Loran, Brew, Cass, I think.
Okay, next up, Neff.
11.
Still with 9.
Well, there's not on top form today.
No.
No. It's still quite nivened up.
So, you guys begin your chase through the party. Cass, as you make a huge deal about drinking, you get the impression that maybe you're not supposed to bring your own booze. Now, Cass, what skill do you use to evade these guards?
I think Cass is going to use her mad charisma skill and sort of like merge with the crowd. So it looks like she's part of the actual wedding guests. And she's going to down the drink and throw the glass. So she's no longer got drink. And she's just going to be like melding with the group and being like, what a funny joke. Oh, it's so funny. I've been here the entire time. It's basically what she's going to do.
Great. Make me
She's not dexterous. So
Maybe
I feel like that's her
performance
best chance. All right, let's have a look. What's my performance?
I've missed Loran immediately.
Oh.
And Bluey. Oops.
Sorry, it's just taking.
Well, this makes sense because Cass was the first doing it.
That is an 18.
18. Okay. Okay, cool. As you do that, masterfully blending into the crowd, Loran immediately just like slinks into the dance floor and just kind of like weaves his way, weaving a path, following your lead a little bit, casting pyrotechnics and like sparks to kind of like blur the vision and stun the guards ever so slightly. And he will also roll. Where's the performance? 12 plus Loran. I changed his Bell sheet. It's now his level 5. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. He's level 4! Okay.
My goodness.
His charisma's +5, so it's actually +7. 9 plus 12. It's 21. He is slick, he is smooth, he is firing off missiles to divert gaze from him. Divert the gaze. Right. Bluey, what skill do you use to evade these guns?
I'm thinking. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I started eating, and of course, I'm eating too quickly.
No, it is
I think I would try and give my glass to like Courage.
okay.
And ask if he can like tuck it like between me and him.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay. Make a.
So, I don't know if that's like sleight of hand.
You can choose
Or what's the second one? Sorry.
stealth or sleight of hand.
Okay. It's the same roll, but like, okay, I'll make sleight of hand.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Okay. All things considered, not so bad. Neff, what do you do to escape this?
Could I be playing more into the acrobatic side of my monk training a little bit? Some cartwheels, some Indiana Jones style slides.
Okay, so you want to skid into hiding.
Kind of.
Make me a dexterity check, please.
You want to
Or
flip
acrobatics.
into hiding.
Okay, that's a 9 on the dexterity check.
Okay. Neff, you see these guards coming for you and you immediately do just like a power slide, but you're on the wrong kind of floor for it. So you just kind of like slide and just like slam onto your face a little bit, like. Alston,
Yes.
as the man danced into the floor, he held your hand and tried to pull you along with him. But due to your low dexterity at points, you kind of stumbled and you lost grip on his hand and you find yourself mixed in with the crowd. The guards are still coming for you. What roll do you make?
I am going to swig my drink and then fill the glass with water.
Okay. You swig your drink and you just like aquamenti your glass. And when I want you to make me a sleight of hand check as well, please. 5.
Oh,
Water just like just keeps coming until it's just like a waterfall down your hand, and you just can't stop it. And the guards appear in front of you, and they just like stare down at you, like Neff just like prone at your feet. You just like water on your glass.
I was getting her water because she fell down.
Make a deception check.
Oh, it's not going to be bad. Murder doubles does character shift up for 1 second.
The guards look suspiciously. Neff, do you have anything to say?
I think it's a 15.
I think Neff is the kind of person who usually makes these situations worse by saying something, so I think she's just gonna look. She's gonna try play into the act by looking grateful for the for the suggestion.
You just open your mouth underneath this like cascade of water, so it's just like from Ulster's glass just dripping right into you.
I feel like we're creating like a Greek style painting or something.
Yes.
yeah.
I think so too.
And I love that Cass is just like, where she's like now chatting with a group, she's like looking behind like, oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh no. It is a Renaissance painting, this whole situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm vibing with, yeah.
Yeah. Courage and Bluey are just kind of sheepishly hiding the alcohol behind their backs. And Ulster, with a 15, the guards kind of frown and say, I mean, that sounds fair. Do you speak Celestial?
Yes.
That sounds fair. But why is she on the ground?
She's a monk in training. She was trying to show me a cool move and it went poorly.
So she's a bad monk. Is this correct? They pick you up, Neff, and it is your time to speak. It cannot be avoided. Bluey, you're also close enough to assist if you wish to.
I wouldn't understand what's happening, but I'll try and get Neff up.
Okay, you kind of give Neff like a comforting pat.
Thank you. You see, I am a small child. These are my guardians.
You say in Celestial?
Yes.
Okay. At which point the guards kind of look at you confused and then look between Bluey and Allstare and down to the halfling.
Adopted.
I can see that. Neff, make a deception check, please. And I'll let you have advantage. No.
Wait, could I have advantage
Screw it.
because they're playing into it?
If Bluey makes a comment as well. Or not a comment, but makes an action to show parental guidance.
Hold my hand, Bluey.
Bluey will hold Brian.
Allstare and Bluey's
This is the
holding
sugar.
hands.
This is the...
Suddenly the sparks falter from behind and you just hear rushing footsteps around, just like sensing danger. But before he can arrive, Cass, you see this scene unfolding. Would you like to contribute anything at all to assist in Neff's role?
I think Cass would turn around as if she'd been part of this group the entire time and just be like, yeah, I saw it. She tried to do a really cool trick, but it really failed. It's such a shame. It would have been really cool if she'd done it. We were all Cass turns back to the group. Weren't we all really excited to see this trick?
Really excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen says, so excited, yes.
I think Harris speaks.
Suddenly, I speak Celestial.
Oh.
So, Neff, I want you to make me... It would have been a deception check, but I think that Allstare covered you there. Just make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that's either that or it's... That is a 26 on persuasion.
They think that Neff's our child.
Okay, they look between the two of you and they just say, right, looking at Allstare and Bluey specifically, there's still Allstare. You hear, remarkably, he has not arrived yet. That's probably for the best. Allstare, Bluey, they look at you and they say, you need to control your child. And you also need to know, as they look to the glass in your hand.
Neff looks older than Allstare, which is great.
I promise I was cuter when I was younger.
They look a little concerned.
Your child looks like a 21-year-old halfling. That's a
I'm
bit bizarre.
Bluey's trophy husband.
There's but seconds before he arrives. What does my co-star say? Let's see if they have any input for this situation. Oh, all the clues to your well-being live inside you. Locate them and string them together. That's what the guards say to you. All the clues to your well-being live inside of you. Locate them and string them together. Also, we came over here mistakenly because we thought that you were drinking early. That is not allowed. You're not allowed to bring your own booze.
We're bring our own water, though, right?
Of course. Water is not prohibited.
Would you like some? Also holds up his still leaking finger.
I don't want your finger water.
It's pure.
Ooh.
You just finger the guard in the face with water and he says, at which point he looks agitated, but you just hear a voice say, now, do not disturb my guests, if you please. At which point you turn around and you see none other than Aaron himself. Aaron? Aaron says, yes, it's me. It's been my party all along. I am...
Check Aaron.
Go for it.
16.
16. This is, in fact, Aaron's party.
Also looks at Aaron's wedding finger.
I am affianced.
To who?
To who? It's my secret for now.
Damn it. Also was bidding on him and Joral.
I am affianced. It is true. But you see, I didn't know you'd be here. You arrived suddenly out of nowhere.
I should have sent a courtesy invitation.
It would have been, well, you guys seem to have a lot on your plate.
We would have made it.
Yeah, well, we'd never miss a party.
We need parties. Aaron.
We really need parties.
My betrothed will not be coming tonight.
Who is your betrothed?
Yes, indeed. My betrothed will not be coming tonight. This is my last hurrah, as they say.
Is it?
No, I'm not saying. It's secret
Oh,
love
God.
affair.
Come on.
There are plenty
tell
of
her.
letters to prove that it is real.
Have I met them?
Aaron stares at you and winks tightly.
Cool.
This is a very real soiree for my very real wedding and my very real fiancé. There are letters to prove that they exist. They are coming on a boat.
Sounds very romantic.
I have all the wine necessary for this engagement, so please drink heavily.
Have you met my wife? Also gestures at Bluey.
At this point, Moran breaks through the crowd and skids to a halt and just takes his hand and says,
And my husband. This is a polyamorous relationship.
Loran looks at Bluey. Yeah, I suppose it is.
He blushes and goes to die somewhere.
Once the guards leave, Aaron looks between all of you and says, right, okay, I genuinely didn't know you were going to be here. Let me just pull you aside. And he just kind of like gathers you all into a little alcove in the corner. Just like, there's like curtains, just like gauzy curtains for decoration, which he kind of like pulls aside. You can see everything. It's all useless. He just says, okay, I have this grift. Alcohol is banned, and you see, I love it so much. The only way you can actually have a party is if you're engaged or you get married or you die.
So how many times have you been engaged, gotten married, or died?
Well, I faked my death once and that went really bad because then I realised I wasn't dead and I almost got expelled.
You could just tell them that I brought you back.
Well, I didn't say you brought me back. I said I was brought back. But anyway, that's beside the point.
I'm very good at it.
Yes, I'm sure you are. But like, okay, just go along with it. This fiancé looks over his shoulder, isn't actually real. I'm gonna get a letter in the morning that their ship sadly sunk in the ocean.
And they're going to have a funeral party.
Oh.
Exactly.
Have you practiced your fake tears?
Yeah.
Oh.
Horace, no! That's what I'm gonna do.
Horace.
Horace, it was running out of ideas. I've had like 12 fiancés now.
What a hoe.
Yeah.
The Horace.
Oh. Look, if it was my real engagement, of course, I would have invited you.
Mm-hmm. So have you been getting on well with Joel?
Oh, yeah, seems really nice.
He is nice.
Okay. Does he have a fiancée we could have a party for?
No.
No.
Don't ask him about fiancés.
Noted. Right, everyone, mention none of this conversation to the guards. It didn't happen, okay?
Okay.
Alstead, did you enjoy the potion that we got for you?
I haven't used it yet.
Oh, definitely use it. And does Cass, do you want any more of that little, the special stuff?
Always.
Okay.
But before she's also gonna, Aaron, would you like a special cocktail? I mean, it's your party, so I feel like we can hide it from the guards if I make you one.
Yeah, don't worry, we're going to have the whole, thing where, they bring out the alcohol and everyone starts drinking in literally, 5-10 minutes. But I would love a drink, yes.
So I start wandering outside. When does that?
Why? Bluey, we'll go to you next. Cass, what are you making for Aaron?
Right, I think I'm gonna mix. I might make two. I think I'm going to make Aaron some seduction rolls
Oh, that's really cool.
to help him find his next fake fiance.
Brilliant, brilliant.
So seduction rolls has cranberry juice, vodka, amaretto, orange juice, and tangerines in it.
Oh.
And it looks like this.
Oh my god, that's amazing. He takes it and just immediately is like pleased. And you guys have like a long drink. No, not a short drink in this area. Just oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Cass, hold on to that bag of yours because that's expensive here. I know people who would pay good money for that if you ever need it. Anyway, Bluey, what did you want to say?
Cass's dream to open up a bar just becomes more real.
Yes.
It could be the smallest bar in the world. What Blue wanted to do
are encouraged.
What Blue wanted to do was insight check the bit of the conversation where Brian asked Aaron about Giral. But I mean, then he brought up the potion, and then he brought up the substance with Cass, and honestly, all three of those are interesting. But if I can
roll me an insight check. I'll
Yes.
let you roll one, and if it's good, we'll carry it over. If it's bad, I'll give you another chance for a different thing.
Hang on. That's an 11.
11. I think you know Wallstead well enough that you kind of get what he was going for. Like maybe him and Gerald could be really good friends. And then I'll say for the potion, you have no idea what this one that Aaron's talking about for Ulster specifically is, but you do remember getting high in the fire plane with everybody. And that was one of Aaron's very own potions.
Teehee.
Teehee. High in the city of Glass. All right, so with that, Neff, as a child, you are not allowed to actually partake in any alcohol. So when they bring out when you return from your aside with Aaron, you are given a little badge that says under 18.
Can I run up to Brian? Is Brian there?
Go on, run up to Brian.
Dad, could I have a tea?
No.
But my trick was gonna be so cool.
Loran stops and just says, "Now, child."
Neff is flustered.
Now, child, why do you not to know? You will be able to partake in some tea.
I was going to give her water.
Water, even.
So hold up his finger.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can sneak Neff some alcohol?
Cass, you're the best aunt.
Make a sleight of hand check, and then we'll get on to the rest of the party.
Okay. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. The most filthiest 20 you've ever seen.
You're cussing out. What did you say?
20.
20?
Cass wants to sneak Neff in the choke.
Oh. Ooh. Hello?
Is that
Natural 20, did you say?
not a natural 20, a filthy 20?
Filthy 20. Yeah, of course. Okay, so you can sneak Neff a little drink.
It's going to be, the one she makes is 3 halflings in a trench coat.
Brilliant. I was hoping that one would come into play. Okay. So, you guys get into the swing of things, enjoying all that the party has to offer, and it's actually a really lovely night. Despite the occasional speeches made by Aaron about how excited they are to meet their fiancé, Horace, after so long, to Horace you will toast. Everyone make me constitution.
You've been waiting so long for love. We're all so happy for you.
Aaron raises a glass in your direction, Cass. Thank you.
10.
Is this constitution check or saving throw?
Checks,
It
please.
says gem dice.
10.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, natural 20. Okay, so we have 10s. Cass, what did you roll?
4.
4. 4? Okay.
Sorry?
3. Bluey, what did you roll?
Hi, Bella.
A 25.
Bella.
Bella has an apple in her mouth. Bella! Can you see? Oh, you can't see.
No.
Oh,
It's cute though. I'll take a photo. She has an apple in her mouth.
cute.
Yeah. So, Bluey, what did you roll on your constitution check, please? Uh-oh.
Bluey has been knocked out.
Where is
Bluey collapses on the floor from the alcohol and is dragged to the side by guards to recuperate. Neff, you have your nice glass of water. It's very refreshing. Cass, now, you put back far more than anyone expects you to in far less time than you probably should. And you are absolutely wrecking it on the dance floor. You're like a little blue bullet, just like zoom, dancing through. You're just like taking people's drinks. You're crashing trays. Aaron like has to stop the guards from removing you like twice, just like no, she's good. And you
Good.
do notice that you are pretty much the life of the party, and you see Allstair with his 10, just kind of like on the cusp of tipsy, but not quite there.
He looks very happy.
He looks very happy, and you kind of like take his hands and you pull him into the dance floor, and you're spinning him around, and Loran tries to kind of like catch up, and like you guys dance together, and it's just a tangle of bodies and drinks, and like you can have there's like the smoke of fireworks just kind of like Loran sending off in the background, and it's generally a really good time. And then Allstair, you reach out to take Cass's hand as she kind of like spins you around, and you're spinning, and as you spin, you see a flash of something. Make a perception check for me.
Wow.
12. It's hard to focus on. You think it's one of Loran's fireworks, and you kind of smile, and you just like let go of Cass, and you just kind of like spin around, like your hands at your side towards Loran, and you're reaching for him, and you kind of stumble to a stop, and you focus on the thing. It's a golden circle or orb of some kind, and then you focus properly, and you see there's a face staring down at you.
Spooky.
You know exactly whose face this is.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. It is the face of not a villain, but a mentor. It's a face that you often saw turned towards you in your youth. The gentle but commanding expression of Karul, as he once was. Not mulch, not twisted by anger or hatred or evil, but a false memory of a man who doesn't exist anymore, if he ever did. How do you react?
I think out of instinct, Allstair will cast Primal Savagery and swipe at the image.
Okay. Make me an attack roll, please.
This is not Allstair's day today.
Hang on.
Makes sense, he's a bit drunk.
Would anyone have any opportunity to react to this?
Oh wait, with the
I
Primal
feel
Savagery.
like Cass is. We said that Cass is right next to Brian. But I think Cass is
I am
all too low on her constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a second. Hold on.
Channel Primal Magic.
That's a Taushiri racial.
I'm just seeing what the plus is.
Oof.
Melee spell attack. Okay, so I did just plus spell. Then his spell attack's much better. So he's actually a 12.
Okay. Okay. That was a 2 on this one. Also, you see this like golden eye, this face looking out at you, and just instinctively you swipe at it, and you feel yourself connect with flesh, and just like graze down the side of a cheek, and just warm blood drips And then you blink, and you see Loran standing in front of you, clutching his face, just staring at you, and holding your wrist. And you see your nails extended, all transformed in your wild shape. And he's just looking at you. And he pulls you into a hug.
I'm sorry.
He gives you a kiss on the head.
Also, immediately heals him. And he just keeps saying, I'm sorry. He'll use... How injured does Doran look? Should I roll the damage?
Please roll the damage, yeah. It's a cantrip, so it's not going to be...
It's quite powerful. Oof, okay. Sorry. 15 damage.
15. Loran is the only one you could have hit, because he's the only one who has an armor class that low, because he's a wizard.
Okay, healing word, we'll use it at third level, so... Oh. 7 plus 5 is 12. So yeah, I take 12.
Loran's wound just closes to like a slight raised scratch. Just 3 fingers along his cheek. And he just holds it. He holds you. And he just whispers in your ear, I see it too. It's not your fault.
Also looks like he can't properly articulate how sorry he is. He's just kind of staring at his feet at this point.
I think Loran says, the party's been good. How about we go take a walk and find Slia? At this point, Cass, you've probably seen what's going on. Bluey, you as well. And Neff, it's up to you. You're at a very different stature to the others. So whether you can actually see the wound is up to your discretion. But because you're the only one who's not had any alcohol at all, you are the most right-minded.
They've had a little bit of alcohol.
Oh, you had an itty-bitty bit. Would you like to make a constitution?
Itty-bitty bit.
I did make one earlier for the water. Do you want me to make another one now?
That we'll use that one for the itty-bitty bit of alcohol you had.
Okay, I had a 10 before.
10. You are very much smaller than you used to be, and now that you've had 3 halflings in a trench coat, now that you've drunk that cocktail.
Neff's had fruit.
No!
Oh my goodness.
Now that you've had that cocktail, you need a little bit of time to yourself, and you just kind of stumble over to Allstare. Cass, I think you can like cut your way through the crowds. You've done a lot of damage here this evening.
I think Cass was with Brian and Loran when this happened because they were still dancing. I think seeing that, I think Cass will turn to Loran because she can tell that Brian is struggling and be like, we'll give you all the time you need. And then she's going to intercept Neff. Try and hustle very drunkenly, swaying very well. If basically, I imagine she's trying to intercept Neff, but there's 2 Neffs. So she's intercepted one, whether it's the actual Neff or the double, I don't know. But she's going to try and herd Neff away.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, Neff, you are swept up by Cass. Bluey, you feel yourself being pulled away from the action as Loran and Allstare separate from the crowds. And that you see Aaron wave them goodbye, but Loran doesn't really pay him any attention, and I don't think he would either.
I think also would just raise a hand, but he doesn't look like he's fully...
Okay.
Goodbye, husbands.
Goodbye, my husbands.
Adieu. And they make their way out. You guys continue on with the party as long as you like. Is there anything specifically that you want to do this evening? You want to achieve at this soiree? What do you want to do? Forget. You drink more, make me another constitution check.
4 again.
4.
It's not going well for Cass.
Cass, sometimes in our lives, we think we're walking in a straight line when we're actually falling to the ground. And that's what happens to you. You think, I can have one more. You pick up a flagon, pour it down your shirt, and immediately collapse. Just none of it goes in your mouth. You're on the floor, covered in alcohol,
Yeah.
almost being trodden on. But luckily, I think Bluey or Neff, are you going to come to Cass's rescue?
Yeah, I think so. I think Neff would.
Okay, so you guys throw her gurney
The
style
floor is my
between you.
home now.
All right.
It's so comfy.
Okay. Bluey and Neff, are you going to start the arduous journey of carrying Cass back to the High Solarian?
Let's begin.
Oh, imagine how always left.
Wait, no, look at me. I could do magic, and then I think Cass is gonna like dimension door. But I think she's gonna dimension door like a completely
Oh no.
wrong place. I don't know where. I think she'll be like, look, I can get ahead of you, and then
Let me
does it.
stop you right there.
This is what Cass thinks she's doing.
Yes. I just think that would be fun.
What did you roll?
I haven't rolled anything.
D100.
What do you need me to roll?
A D100.
D100.
Please.
That's you and you. The 0 is 0, right?
If there's a
With
10,
dice.
Because 1 is 10, so 0, 0. Is that correct?
1 is 1,
Because, like-
0 is 10.
80 then.
80. Okay, everyone, as Cass is like, aha, don't worry guys, I'll dimension door myself there. She just like opens her hands and just like thousands of butterflies appear, suddenly just like pouring from her fingers.
Emma starts crying.
I start
Oh.
crying.
I didn't know I
Petals
could
and
cast
butterflies
butterflies.
in the air all around you within a 10-foot sphere. When you go to touch one of them, you do realize they are illusory, but they are right there in front of you.
Oh. So pretty.
They only last a minute, sadly.
Shall I try again? Cass doesn't even try and channel any particular spell, but she's just like magic and just does that again.
Oh, no.
and sees what,
Okay,
wants to see what
use your
happens.
spell slots. Roll me D100 again. Unless you want to do it
93.
fine. What was that?
93.
Oh no.
Everyone, Neff, you especially struggle to carry Cass as she turns from a small creature into a medium creature all of a sudden.
Oh
She
my god,
runs
I'm really
size
tall.
of Bluey, around 6 foot tall.
That's too powerful.
Oh my god. Cass escapes Neff's grip and starts like running around, looking at people
Cass,
from her
you
newfound height.
immediately get to your feet and fall to the ground again because you're still drunk.
Oh,
It would be cool to see people from...
Fall.
Don't worry, Bluey. I'm now too tall. Cass starts crawling back to the High Solarian.
I'm going to leave how exactly you guys get home to the theatre of the mind. I imagine it involves Paul, Cass, 3 halflings in a trench coat. Perhaps there'll be a one-shot about this one day. Until then, I'm going to quickly go to the loo, and then we are going to get to Sleer, Sarazer, Ulster, and Laura. I will be right to you.
Get a tea refill in that case.
I will get more dinner.
Hello.
Hello. Enjoying it down there, Doris. It's like a portal to another world, Anna.
Hello there. Yes.
Hello.
No, I haven't read it.
No. My roommate made the comment that looking into my room from outside of it looks like.
Okay. Oh. Hello.
Do you? Oh shit! How far behind am I?
I'll be right back.
So I'd like to think that also roasting Sarah's of face grey hair is the same as Sarah the roasting also having no friends. Yeah, exactly.
And she's also been in television stuff. Obviously Game of Thrones. Luther, The Good Fight. The Time Traveler's Wife. Oh, that would be interesting.
The TV show.
It's going to be a TV show.
Who's she playing?
Probably the wife.
Really?
Probably.
Who's the cop? Oh yeah, she the main one.
Oh, Stephen Moffat's worthy.
Oh yeah.
He plays
He looks
Hector, right?
in what?
In Castlevania.
Oh.
I know.
He looks kind of gross.
Yeah, he's Hector in Castlevania. He's I think it's a not. Well, I don't necessarily think he's that good looking.
You guys are just privy to our weird conversations.
I love Rose Leslie because I think she's really sweet, and she's the reason I knew what Britterfilter was.
There you go.
Because Pete Harrington pranked her by putting his like prop beheaded head in the fridge for April Fool's Day.
Oh,
He was in front of her when it happened, obviously, so like he filmed it, so she knew he wasn't dead. But obviously that's
horrible.
Apparently they do big pranks on each other. But,
I'll be very upset.
yeah. What else was he in? Oh yeah, no, he's done with the Divergent series. Yeah. He's a very big forehead.
He just looks a bit like a douche.
Yeah, his eyes are too close.
Hey.
We're being mean.
We're being mean, but he also does look not very nice.
I mean, when you look at Rose Leslie
Yeah.
compared, hang on, where is she?
You guys have no idea.
She's stunning.
She
Like,
is very
Is.
Yeah. Also, like, in an interesting way.
She's Scottish.
Yeah, she looks Scottish. She does, doesn't she? We're all here, D&D.
D&D.
Hello.
Okay, we head back
We're back.
into house.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we here? Are we good to go?
Yeah. We're here.
Brilliant.
We're chill.
As Bluey, Neff, and Cass struggle their way home from Aaron's farcical engagement party, two of our party members walk in the opposite direction, along the coast. As you make your way away from the party, you do see a certain gaggle of scholars, all babbling their heads off, like their lips just kind of like sparkling with the remnants of whatever whiskey they've been drinking. You imagine Corvius amongst their number, secretly heading to the party without your knowledge, maybe. But you can't find yourselves focusing on the events of the evening. You are also you're hyperfixated. I think on what happened at the party.
He's just staring at Loran's face. So
Loran clicks his fingers, and just this illusion of perfect skin returns, and he says, "It's as if it never happened." Music from the party spills through.
where do I recognize that song?
It's.
Can you guess? Let's see. Because they're watching a movie in the other room.
It's the prisoner. No, it's the Goblet of Fire. The Your Wall scene.
It's either that or the beginning of the next movie.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter. It's the scene where they're flying on the brooms over London, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's something Harry Potter.
It's something Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
It's always Harry Potter.
So, also, Loran magics away the remnants of your swipe. And he just says, I've been seeing it too. Maybe not the same as what you've been seeing, I doubt that, but I've been seeing things, hearing things. And continues just like holding your hand as you guys walk along the moonlit shores of the Schissel.
I don't think it's safe to maybe go into the trials if this is still happening. What if I attack you or someone else, then how are you going to stop me?
I could stop you. But you also have to go to the trials. There is no other choice.
And what about you? How bad is what you've been seeing?
I've had demons for a very long time. I suppose this is just something more to get used to.
What are you seeing?
I see him. I see you in a way I've never seen you before. Twisted and not yourself. And Loran, still holding you, walks ever so slightly ahead and stops. And from here, you can see up the streets towards the mercantile area, which is still relatively awake, but is beginning to shut its eyes. And Loran says, I know it's a long shot, but if Titania can stop this, I think this is something that we should be rid of, that we do not need.
I don't think it's magic. If it was magic, then you could stop it.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
I don't want Titania to erase anything organic. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's why I didn't want her to tamper with what was already there, even if it was painful, because that is unnatural. And you know how my magic works.
I know how your magic works. I know how mine works. If we wanted to stop this with spells, we could do it ourselves. Or Sleer could do it.
Sleer tried.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And what do you want? How do you want to proceed?
Have a plan in place. I think because of the drink, I didn't think, and I attacked what I knew wasn't real. If I know it's not real, maybe I can ignore it. Somewhat. You haven't attacked anyone yet?
Not yet.
You might be stronger than I am.
I'm feral. I have been since I came back. He just holds up his hand and you still see the fingers are sharpened. It's not that I'm holding back. It's that I'm always waiting for it now.
Way to find Saraza then. Prevent rather than erase, I think.
Well, I think him and Sleer came this way anyway, so off we go to my all-knowing, all-healing brother.
Before you go, Ulster will reach up to where he knows the scratches are still there, and he'll burn another spell slot to heal them.
I don't think we should roll with that. No. Sleer, seeing what you saw in the scry, how would you react and what would you say to Saraza, do you think?
Probably during it, she would have like been initially like gripping onto his hand, and then like watching Elijah's frustration. There's a slight smile on her face, and she kind of the tension in her hand relaxes a little bit.
Thank you. Saraza looks down and smiles and says, "You've learned something, haven't you?"
At least, I'm not the only one seemingly banging my head against a wall.
Saraza opens his mouth as if he's about to say something and then frowns and looks behind you and says, "Isn't that Ulster and Lorena?"
Is the party over already? She kind of like wipes her face.
You turn around and you can tell that they are not quite as jovial or drunk as you'd expect, and they are making their way in your direction. Ulster, I think at this point you would see Saraza and Sleer seated together. Loran sits down on the far side, giving you space to sit next to Sleer. "Hello, friends. We are here for..."
I attacked Varan
Yep.
at the party. I thought I saw Karul. It was silly.
Therapy. We have therapy. Sleer?
I don't think Sleer's really in a place to give therapy, are you, Sleer?
Saraza? No, I don't think so. Great. We're here for help and general guidance.
Well, just if you can stop anything. I don't want to hurt anyone else, and Loran hasn't shifted back this entire time.
Claws are out.
Yeah.
You see.
I'm ashamed to say I didn't really notice. Because I quite like, okay.
Slay looks to Sarah.
Saraza is just like slightly turned away, but then says, "Sleer, do you have anything that could prevent these kinds of illusions or hallucinations?"
I mean, I can try dispelling magic, I can try restorations, but I think that it's just... I don't think I'm equipped to heal that.
It might be more a case of force at this point.
Emma,
Yes.
could Neff do like some sort of check to search through her memory of her alternative magic sources to see if she might have any sort of insight into this or no?
Go on, I'll allow it.
Okay. Could I do like a wisdom check? Or a medicine check, I guess? That would also work.
Medicine.
Medicine? Okay.
Medicine or just brilliant.
That's a sharp inhale, natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. When you joined the Temple of Death,
Mm-hmm.
interestingly enough, your dreams and your visions all seemed to turn to dreams and visions of either something related to or close to Jibakari.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Slia, every time she's spoken of dreams, visions, etc., seeing things, it's always been her deities.
Mm-hmm.
Bluey, it's always been Asalios, and Cass, it's always been, until recently, Alon. There's a higher power protecting their mental sphere
Mm.
to a degree. And if you need a quick fix, perhaps a way to help your friends would be to recruit them to some kind of church. Help them find some kind of deity. It seems like it would fit Neff's logic.
No, fit Neff's logic.
It would.
Okay. I think you should probably lay that out in that case.
You're not there. You're not there currently.
I'm not there
But
currently.
you're just
Okay.
this thought cross your mind as you're mysteriously escorting Cass back to
Oh, okay.
the High Solarian. If you want to go find Saraza and Slia, you know where they went. So if you have this like moment, you're just like, Bluey, take her the rest of the way, and you run off, you can. Or if you just want to divert all your friends to go find the others, you could do that.
Bluey, Cass, do either of you have any way of sending a message?
I do. What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
How on earth do I summarize this?
Joy and knowledge.
Who do you want the message to?
I want. Could you send it to? Could you send it to Brian? Something along the lines of.
Brian, Steph wants to talk to you. And then Casa starts shouting it across the street.
Good.
Brian!
Okay.
Brian, Steph needs you! Brian!
Cass, just rest your vocal cords. You have to rest and recover. Bluey, can you take her the rest of the way? I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
Brian, did you hear me?
Also, roll a perception check.
Come on, 18.
18. There's a whisper on the wind that sounds like your friend, but she's far too far away for you to make out what it says.
Uh-huh. I don't like that. No.
How are you?
This is kind of scary.
Yeah. Also looks like, can you guys hear that?
No. Neff, you run away into the streets. And as you guys are brainstorming,
I have one more thought about the hallucinations.
we'll get through that because I think it'll take time before
Yeah.
Neff really finds you.
We
I
should
was-
almost pretty fast.
Go on. Well, if you want to actually say it in full, you'll need to say it before Neff arrives.
Oh, no. Cool. Then whilst Neff is running, Ulster, after doing some brainstorming, what if they're not deity visions, but our brains are trying to tell us something, and we can learn from them?
Loran says, I wasn't insinuating that they were deity visions at all. I was also insinuating that it's our brains.
So
A way to protect ourselves. I wonder what that could be. Immediately, Neff.
Whew. Okay, and then she'll divulge all the information. And,
So you're saying that in order to protect ourselves, you want us to what exactly? During the
well,
cult?
all I'm saying is that deities can sometimes help, and I'll just put it out there. Okay, I'm just putting it out on the table. It's really up to you to decide. But Jivakari's dreams are very, very fun and cool.
I'm gonna stick with the scary dreams.
I actually have an idea that's a weird idea. Maybe not join the cult. Maybe go talk to Jibakari since, well, I mean, there's no way around it. You did die.
Oh, you want me to address that whole thing?
You wanted therapy and talking to the source.
I talked to Jivakari, and look how well I turned out.
We're not joining Jivakari.
I'm not dyeing my hair black.
No, you have lovely hair.
Thank you.
It is.
My hair isn't dyed.
All right. I think we have like 1 day before we have to go to the Messiah. Neff, do you still have the power to take us to Kalakari, Jibakari?
Do I?
Do you have any spells that could get you there? If not, Loran could teleport you to Kalakari and you could make it simply.
I could use. Well, hold on. I do have World of Recall still tethered to the Messiah, I think, so it's not gonna work.
We could get Corvius to teleport us.
Also possible.
I think I've a plane shift, but that's Are we?
We're on the material plane.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I have any easy way of getting us there, but I can attempt to. I could try pray to Jibakari, and maybe he'll heed my call.
Right.
Worth a shot.
Terrifying prospect. But let's sleep on it. And tomorrow we'll have a game plan. I'm sure.
Game on.
Game on.
Wait, don't we need to be going to the trials tomorrow? Or is that the next day?
The next day, one more that we're off to decide. One day.
Right.
And I have to be presentable.
So you have one shot at therapy
Yeah.
with a god.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I am going to be a king
In like a week.
and rule over my people well.
Well, yes, I'm sure. Indeed.
Would you vote for me?
I would.
I would.
That's very nice. I wouldn't vote for me, but thank you.
But you have no self-confidence.
No, I don't. That was instilled in me from a very young age, so I'm still working on it. God therapy.
So, Loran just turns to you and says, right, I think we have a vague, bizarre plan. Beyond that, Slia, you look troubled. Now it's your turn.
What? I'm not troubled.
I'm going to inside check.
Yes.
20.
20. Make a deception check or a persuasion check. Or anything you think could counter this.
I'm gonna go with deception.
Go on.
8 plus 14. I think it's 22.
22. Also, something's fishy here. But you can't tell if Slia is lying or if there's something else going on.
Also stares at Slia.
Saraza says,
I scried on Elijah.
that's what I was going to say, yes.
He's missing something from his ritual. So, the opposite of something wrong. Something good.
Gives us time.
Yes.
So, for this ritual, we need, what? The tome, the journal, something, and anything else.
I don't know. I just know that he needs the tome. He needs. There's some sort of ritual. Can she attempt to like draw out what she saw
Yeah,
open in the arcane like ritual?
yeah, you can.
Okay.
I Arcana check.
You can, yes. You might get a slightly different result.
It's still going to be good though. I'm not rolling well today.
Could I potentially have added a guidance to that?
Bit late. The next
Yeah.
one.
17.
Okay.
17. So Ulster, you also get necromancy vibes.
And copy it down into a book.
Okay, just a little fragment.
Yeah.
Okay. So you copy down the fragment of what you saw. So you each have a copy.
My necromancy.
More necromancy. Slia, and make me an intelligence check if you're trying to draw the sort of lines together, like the thread of what we might need for this ritual.
Y'all.
Y'all.
It's a natural 20.
Oh my god. Okay, right.
One of these
Natural 20 plus 2.
Okay. So you seem to think that for this ritual, from what you understand, while you're not sure what this missing thing, item, person, object could be, you know that if the tome opens or closes a doorway or a portal, and the rifts, the clues towards those are leading you to Fey ways, then you could understand that with the journal and with the tome in Fey ways, you might find something you need. Alternatively, you might have figured out the location in which the ritual needs to take place. Is there anything you want to add to that or any questions you want to ask, seeing as you get a natural 20? You got a natural 20.
Okay, so here's a thought I'm having. It's a necromancy spell. What if essentially this rift is into the astral sea?
Okay.
It's just a theory I'm going to throw out there because my brain's just, the gears are turning.
I like it. Lorraine says, interesting. And what do you think we'd find in the astral sea?
Cassiel and the Cloak of the Star Martyr.
So there'll be a rift in Fey ways, and that's where we bring the tome and the journal. And then we just go through it.
But we don't have the tome or the journal.
Or a way to Fey ways except through the tears.
Yeah.
Well, actually, think of it this way, actually. We only need to get blood, right?
Sorry, say again? There was
Sorry. Bella, come here. Bella. She'll shush.
Is that what her barking sounds like?
That's what her barking sounds like.
Oh.
Yeah. Lorraine says, well, actually, tome or journal, we only really need one of them, because if Elijah wants both and we get one, he'll follow us wherever we want to go.
But then we have to beat Elijah.
I mean,
Buy ourselves time. Get strong. Do a little thieving. And he'll bring the tome to us. Why not?
well, there are protections on the books, specifically.
Do you have any knowledge of those? If you
Can she copy down the sigil that she saw, like, go up?
You can make an Arcana check,
Okay.
just straight.
25.
25. What was your roll on the dice?
The dice roll was a 13. I have a plus 12.
Plus 12. You think you'll need. You have a basic sketch of it, and Loran looks at it and says, I can come up with some combinations, but I might need a little bit more from you. If you could pop in again at some point,
I can do it.
it would have to be when we think he's going to be looking at the journal, if not scrying on the journal.
We can try and scry different locations in the lab. That would counteract any protection he has.
There's definitely some sort of shield around the place.
Okay, I'll come up with some combinations tonight. We'll scry in the morning. Shh. A dog walks past you. I'm going to just open the door really quick and let her
Yeah,
out.
no worries.
Bella! Right. Yes, I'll do that would be... Yeah. So, I'm back. So, Loran says, I'll come up with some combinations. We'll scry in the morning, and we can see from there.
I have enough magic. I could scry on the lab tonight.
I don't have to burn any spell slots to do it. I don't want you to magic up.
And if we go into...
Katrina. So you want me to leave?
12:15ish. 12:15 to 12:30.
Okay, so in 15 minutes, it can't be, she's only just gone. Yeah. 15:30 then.
12:30. It's 10 to 11. 10 to 12 now.
Oh, that's a bit quick. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Where was I? Loran, combinations. He was saying something.
We were saying we can scry.
Yeah. Loran says, how we go about it, whether it's tonight, whether it's tomorrow morning, if we can figure out what this spell is that's guarding it, I could potentially unravel it without any of us having to trigger the spell. If you guys just give me enough time. Stop Elijah getting to the room. We could take either the journal. It might be easier to take the journal than the tome. Or the other way around.
I know the defenses around the journal at least.
Okay, then what do you want me to check?
I mean, if you wanted to check the question. So if something has been scried on in that day, it can't be scried on again, even if it's by a different person.
I think it can be by a different person.
Okay.
A different person could do it, yes.
Okay.
So only if they pass the check, then you can't do it again for 24 hours with the same person. And if it's a different person, there's nothing stopping them.
Okay. Because I was thinking that Slia could... because she has the spell slot, she's offering to also scry on the lab or like the journal tonight, so that when in the morning she can just get the spell slot back. Is essentially her thought process.
Okay, I have 3 shots, 3 different things. I won't burn any spell slots from doing it. If you want me to try first, if I fail, then you can burn your magic. I'm just worried if anything happens tonight.
That's fair.
Right, then what do you want me to check?
Loran, what do you need to see?
I need to see the journal, that area. If we need to watch it as long as we can, honestly. See as much. If there's any apparent glyphs, then I need to know what those are.
Okay, then I'll scry on the journal.
Okay. So,
Do I need to make a save?
you're going to roll, whichever one you want, to meet a certain DC. and you're going to use your spell
Modifier.
modifier.
Which is plus 10.
You have
19.
okay. So the DC will be.
I'm going to try luck point because I'm really tired of rolling so shit. Oh, no. Are you joking? I'm using another one. I'm so. What is happening?
Do you want to try again?
What is happening? I rolled nothing above a 10 today.
What?
Can I wait? Just let's stop rolling for a second. I'm just gonna roll these out. What is happening?
17.
Okay.
Okay.
They are fair. Okay. That's 26, and that's 2 luck points spent.
Okay, with the 26. I think that was your final luck point because you rolled a 3 and a 2.
Oh, okay.
With a 26. Luckily, you're going to go to sleep after this. It's okay, unless
I'm not using these dice again.
Unless Emma
Well, the
decides to
26.
curse us.
with the 26, you definitely beat the DC. I would have said. No. Oh, that dog is loud. With a 26, you do see the room. You see the journal in the case. Or what you assume is the journal, seeing as this is probably your first time you've actually ever seen it in person. Make me an investigation check, please. Yay!
That's going to be very high. You could tell I was getting annoyed at it. I was going to put it in the dice box for
An natural 20 means you automatically succeed.
It'll be a 23.
23. Natural 20, so all stare. You realise 5 minutes in, 6 minutes in, 7 minutes in, that there is nothing visible to your eye.
Okay.
There is no visible glyphs, there are no visible runes. The runes are only triggered, it seems, visible, it seems, when they are being interacted with, either by Elijah or by anyone else. Luckily for you, with a natural 20, there is a moment when Elijah opens the door, and just in that moment you see a flash as the runes just are illuminated as the one on the door is disarmed.
Can I try and write them down even though I'm blind?
Make a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Not good. Good. You scribble something down with your finger as you see them, and the moment the door opens, Elijah just goes, "Oh, come on!" and slams it shut again.
Sorry.
As he sees those 2 scrying orbs. But it seems that very crude sketch was enough. As Lauren snatches it up and says, I can certainly...
Again, now I have my eyes.
Well, Loran says, I can do something with this.
Okay. I can try again.
Loran says, just clean up that line for me. There you go. And Loran takes the papers and says, well, friends, I think we have something to report back to Cass and Bluey. I'm glad we have the trials coming up. It'll give me some time to come up with a counter chant for this.
During the trials.
Brian.
Oh, I can do this in my spare time.
During the trials.
No, there's going to be there's preamble. The trials are 1 day in the week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually going to be... Don't worry. No, there's going to be time before the trial actually happens. It's not tomorrow.
A bead of sweat just goes down his chest.
Yay! Loran says.
Yay.
Yay. It's all great.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right, let's head back. And Loran stands up, folds the papers and puts them in his pocket. Sarah stands to follow. Neff, Slia, Ulster, is there anything you'd like to say?
Slee just looks like there's been this weight lifted off of her shoulders. So she looks quite happy and is kind of just following along.
Yeah, Neff is just happy to be there.
Neff, you feel rejuvenated by the fact that very soon you might in fact meet your patron Jeepkari again. How exciting that'll be. How much you enjoy being in their presence.
I can't wait.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've properly met you, Bakari.
Neither have I.
Big cat.
Scary. Scary cat who left us cruel.
No, that was Neff.
All right then. Bluey and Cass. You get home.
Bluey-
I'm going to do this just for fun. Go on.
I think just on the way home, Cass is trying to go to all like different shops. She sees like a chip shop. She's like, that sounds great right now. I think she's basically being a very big. Actually, how tall is Bluey?
6
the same size as her.
6, I think.
Yeah.
I think Cass is very much enjoying like trying to lean on Bluey, but being the same height as her. And she's like, I've never seen you from this angle. You're so pretty. And like he's like tapping her face.
Thank you. How are you? How are you doing? Can Bluey do like a medicine check? Or
Yes, you may.
thank you. What do I add to medicine? That's
Oh,
Oh,
13.
13.
13.
Yes.
Anna, I think in that moment you realise your medical skills, whilst rudimentary, are enough to let you know that yes, Cass is drunk and probably needs something to soak up the alcohol. So chips wouldn't be a bad idea.
Chips.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go get chips. Yeah.
I think for a second she's so drunk that she forgets that she's really tall and tries to like jump into Bluey's arms like she's like Bluey's carried her before, and it's like
Bluey
it's
makes
like
a
and it just kind of is like
Saving throw.
strength saving throw.
Oh my goodness. That's a 21.
21.
Oh, yeah.
You managed to carry Cass bridal style over to
Cass is very much
Indeed.
dramatically lolling on the ground like, oh yes, this is amazing.
Indeed.
This is so weird. You're so much happier.
Cass reaches up to tap her face again. I know, it's great.
And Ladra,
Bluey and
do
Cass,
you know how long this will last?
Hopefully
don't know.
forever.
you guys get the biggest bowl of chips you've ever seen. They're perfectly salted, just enough vinegar, ketchup on the side, any condiments you want.
I'd love some chicken salt personally.
Chicken salt? Zoe said a chili salt.
I did say chicken salt. That is the thing here. I can look up later what is in chicken salt.
Assuming salt and chicken. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Cass is not vegetarian, so you can put whatever you like on the chips.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had this in Melas.
Melat is Australia suddenly.
Sunny beaches, no cares in the world for any cults or cult-like mentalities.
Everybody goes missing.
Sounds
No
like
one's
let's
missing.
go on holiday there.
Hmm.
You guys munch on your chips. I think long enough that you do slightly recover, and Cass, as the clock strikes midnight, you feel your body starting to shrink back to its original size. You go, no!
Never got to a set dominance over Ulster.
No.
Do we hear like chimes of bells, like from a clock tower or something?
Yeah, there's like a clock tower at the top of the High Solarian, of course.
I always knew I was Cinderella.
No. At that very moment, all stare and the others come around the corner. The man says, oh, look, it's Cass. Can I have a chip?
No, it's all I've got left now.
Haha.
She was tall.
Brian, you can have a chip.
I don't believe you.
What's it like?
She was
being-
up to me.
Never happened.
It never happened. It's not real. It's fiction.
And guys, as you all meet up again with your chips and your drinks, You make your way back to the High Solarian for rest. You never spotted Valus at the party again after that, but I'm sure he got up to some shenanigans.
He's got a loot hole.
The only thing that you do notice is that Giral, upon your return, says, "Thank you so much for chaperoning my son to the party." Where is he now?
I immediately slip to the back, and is that your?
That's my aunt.
And then Scry and Valus.
Scry and Valus. Valus is tucked up in bed. How we got there, nobody knows.
We got him back in good time. Yes.
My aunt has just arrived. So with that, I think we'll end the session. Hi! Just 1 sec. No, it's okay. We will wrap up the session there with a long rest, and tomorrow we go to meet the Sphinx of Death.
Yay.
And
Yay.
onward
Exciting.
to the King. All right. If there's anything you guys want to do on your final day you have before being thrown back into your next adventure, please let me know. But I think we'll probably make a quick, hasty exit because we have to go.
So the next time we're seeing each other is next Tuesday, yes?
Tuesday.
Not this coming Tuesday, the following Tuesday.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.